What if I told you that the free operating system you're using is actually the most expensive thing on your computer? Okay, let me start with a simple question. When was the last time your computer actually did what you wanted without asking for permission, without forcing an update, and without randomly slowing down like it's having an existential crisis? Yes, I'm talking about Windows, or as I call it, win-lose, because that's exactly what you're doing every time you use it. Just losing control. That's why this conversation even exists. And no, this is not one of those Linux is better, because I said so videos. 2026 is the year people have finally stopped running away from Linux. Not because Linux suddenly became trendy, but because Windows and macOS pushed users to that point. Linux itself didn't change overnight, while Windows and macOS did, and those changes are what force people to seriously look for an alternative. Here's exactly why more and more people are switching to Linux.
Fuck!
What's wrong?
Seriously, auto-updating now? General, I won't be able to calculate the right data for the satellite for 49 minutes.
How long till impact?
11 minutes and 44 seconds.
Fuck Microsoft!
Windows especially has reached this weird phase where it feels less like an operating system and more like a billboard with a taskbar. Ads in the start menu and forced updates at the worst possible times. Random features nobody asked for. It's like Windows is experimenting on users in real time. Mac OS, on the other hand, works beautifully as long as you're okay paying premium prices just to upgrade RAM, like it's a luxury item. So naturally, people start asking a very dangerous question. Is there another option? And that's where Linux quietly walks in. Not shouting, not flexing, just existing. The Linux most people are scared of is an old version that doesn't really exist anymore. The modern Linux experience in 2026 is clean, visual, and smooth. You open your laptop, it boots fast, it doesn't argue with you, and it doesn't try to sell you anything. You install apps from a store. Updates happen when you say so. And the system stays fast even after months of use. No rituals, no drama. Gaming used to be the final boss that kept people away from Linux, and for a long time, that excuse was valid. But then Steam Deck happened. Proton happened. Developers started taking Linux seriously without even realizing it because Valve made it impossible to ignore. In 2026, Linux gaming isn't perfect, but neither is Windows. The difference is that on Linux, performance tends to get better over time instead of slowly disappearing after every update. Gamers don't care about ideology. They care about smooth gameplay. And Linux finally delivers enough of it to make the switch realistic. The real force behind this shift is the group of users who are adopting it first. Developers are tired of fighting their own operating system just to get work done. Students want their old laptops to survive more than one semester without sounding like jet engines. Creators want stable systems that don't break before deadlines. Linux fits all of them because it gives control instead of restrictions. Once these people move, they pull everyone else with them. Friends, classmates, coworkers, because suddenly Linux isn't that weird OS, it's just the one that works. Privacy also stopped being a nerd-only topic. By 2026, people have come to realize that while some software may be free, but remember, if it constantly monitors you, then definitely you're paying a different kind of price. Linux doesn't track you, doesn't spy on you, and doesn't treat you like mere data. You fully own your system, and the first time you experience that level of control, returning to anything else feels unnatural, like using someone else's phone. Now let me be honest, in a practical way, switching to Linux doesn't mean deleting everything and starting a new life in a terminal. The smartest way to do it is slowly try it alongside your current system, test it, break it, and learn just enough to be comfortable. Pick a beginner-friendly DRO and use it like a normal computer, because that's exactly what it is now. You're not trying to become a Linux wizard. You're just trying to get your work done without the OS getting in the way. Linux won't replace Windows overnight. That's not how technology works. But 2026 is the year where switching no longer feels risky, strange, or inconvenient. It feels reasonable, and that's dangerous for the big players, because once users realize they have a choice, a real one, they don't unlearn that. So no, not everyone will switch to Linux tomorrow, but millions will try it in 2026. And a lot of them will stay, not because Linux is perfect, but because it finally respects the user. And once you experience that, the real question becomes, why did we tolerate anything else for so long? If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. Are you already on Linux, or are you planning to make the switch this